Hello, welcome to the show. Just kind of shuffling the cards here at the moment. It's going to be a relatively short show. I apologize in advance. Oh my goodness, how did that get stuck in there? That is not responsible for that, and that doesn't need to be in there either. Hello, Champagne C. Good morning to you. How are you been doing? Wow, there's one, there's two, there was three. How are you doing? Bear with me a second. My mom's texting me. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just bear with me a second. My mom is texting me. Let me answer her real quick. Sorry for that. Yeah, moms come first. Definitely for me, at least. I'm gonna have a relatively short show today, but anyway, would you like to have another reading? Since I think we're the only ones here today. I invited some other friends of mine, so I don't know if they'll show up or not. I never know. Or we can talk. Either way, I'm good either way. Hello to everyone. We keep losing someone. They keep popping in. They I was apologizing because today's going to be a relatively short show. So Just wanting to just hang out for a bit, or what were you wanting to do, Miss Champagne? Okay, done cleaning them for now. So I'm glad that you're doing good. It's awesome. And I hope that from the last reading, everything is going good for you in that respect also. I believe it was about uh, well, and then something happened and I think you popped out. Unless there's still someone hanging around. I can never tell these things. Hello, hello. Welcome to my show. Whoever it is that's being sneaky and watching and I cannot see. I think there's someone there. I think there's someone there. I'm not sure, but I think someone's there. I know you like being sneaky. Hello, my dear. It is good to see your profile face. Hi. It got white. Er, the beard. The last got a little bit better, maybe, kind of, sort of, kindish. I know. I totally can sell the Santa vibe now. If you've been naughty, you get me, the naughty Santa. Ooh, who's been naughty now? You get the naughty Santa. That could work. Ooh. Coming down a coming down a chimney. That would be me. There could be other uses for the beard too. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my goodness. So much naughty fun. Yes. Are we still with me, or did you go poofles? What is going on now? Ah, you returned. And left. Wait, wait, wait. You might be back. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. It's a trick. It's the best magic trick ever. This happens to me all the time on YouTube anyway. No, really, it does. Especially in the middle of the reading, by the way. Those are always the fun. Oh, there's a third person. It's a third person. Oh, and gone. Again. Wait, wait for it. It's another magic trick. And this happens. Jessica Burrows! Hi, sweetheart. I I had a feeling that was probably you, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, but I thought that might have been you. It is so good to see your face. Wait, is that your face? Oh my goodness God. It's been too long. That's your fault. If that's what you say, Jessica, that's what you say. I mean, we got to go with that. Ah, holy cow. Oh my goodness. Too long. Too long. You got to love the beard now, though. It's so white now. Uh, Anna was saying I can pass for Santa. I don't think it's the good Santa, though. No, no. Well, you are in luck because I got brand new cards. Yes. And they're already ready. So your first card. So I'm going to do just a general reading for you. Okay. I mean, unless you had a specific one you had in mind. Whatever you would like. The floor is yours. General it is. First card. Healing. Okay, healing and resolution. Good enough. Still the first card. Nine of Cups. Well, look, the fellow is smiling, so let's go with that, okay? And that's the first card. Queen of Wands. Oh, and she's holding a pretty kitty cat. Queen of Wands. There we go. We'll put her right over here by this other handsome fellow. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Seven of Swords. Nine of Cups is the first fellow up here, so let's take a look and see what he has to say here. Okay, this is the Nine of Cups. This is the blessings of satisfaction. Well, let's just roll with this one, sister, and see where this one goes. Welcome. Let me pour you a cup of my finest ale. It is brewed to perfection and full of flavor. Once you've tasted it, you will feel the joy bubbling up inside you. Ah, how marvelous life is. How fortunate we are to have met. For now we can share life's finest things together. They say that the man that eats alone dies alone, and food and drink is made all the sweeter by good company. Don't you agree? We are often told to count our blessings and look how many there are. What more could we want, friend? Well, perhaps just a little more. But that does not mean that our current position is not the best we can be in. There is always more, more being offered, more being wanted, more to be taken. But the trick is not to have what you want, but to want what you have. That is true contentment. Huh, sure, absolutely. I'm I'm in total agreement with that. Okay, so looking at this card further, and what further meanings for it would be, there's always the satisfaction, having all the best that life can offer, being content, of course, emotional satiety, wishes fulfilled, sharing good fortune with others, laughter and merriment, indulgence, counting your blessings, being surrounded by friends, and good luck. Okay, so focusing on healing and resolution, what does this card have to say to you um, in the present? Because this is your present, looking back at the past, connecting it, moving forward. As I say now in my current incarnation as a reader, which is really what I would say in any of my incarnations, if you remember, is that this is the vehicle that drives your reading going forward. The first card is the basis; it's the foundation. So it's setting up the reading for you as we're continuing forward here for you. So what is this card telling you? What has it got to say? So our guides, my guides, your guides, having the conference here over this card, sending you the message forward. I'm particularly connected to the word having all the best that life can offer. Definitely emotional satiety, right? Being fulfilled emotionally. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, who all, being a human being, raise their hand and say, "Wouldn't I like to be emotionally fulfilled in life?" Of course you would. Um, I wouldn't know a well outside of those who lack that particular connection. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it's saying. Very good take on that, my good friend. Yeah, absolutely. Because people are jerks. That's my take on that too, right? People are jerks. People can be cruel and unusually and unusefully hateful. Like I was going to say, there are some people who are just they're incapable of being emotional of any kind. They just don't either they don't have it or they are just complete psychosociopath people. Okay, and that's just their jam. So those are things I'm getting from this first card. Just duck off a water's back, or however that saying goes. Right? Breathe. Step forward. Second card. This is the Queen of Wands. Okay, she's not a bad lady at all to get. She's rather straightforward, I believe. Water off a duck's back. Ah, thank you. I usually know the saying, but for some reason, my brain this morning is not connecting with the rest of me. That's generally a thing with me now. Go figure. When you have multiple personalities and everything, they usually like to just mess with me. That and my guides. It's a full on circus. I tell you, Jesse, it's a full on circus. But that's my life. I've lived it my entire life, and I don't plan on changing it anytime soon. Why would I? I've survived this long. I'll just keep on going. It really, it really is. It's a life. It's mine. I don't really. I don't really. Okay, I'm looking for the Queen of Wands. Why are you being mean to me, you fucking book? There she is. The Queen of Wands, the flowing beauty of fire. Yes, I told you I like this lady. She's awesome. Set a fire and watch it burn. Stare deep into the flames and see how they move and dance. The shapes they form, enticing and hypnotizing and hypnotic. Can you turn your gaze away? Can you stop marveling at the amazing miracle before you? It is this very same fire that you see in the most brightly shining of souls. It radiates out from them, channeled and flowing into the world. And it is so enticing and hypnotic that everybody is in awe of them. Their movements, their words, their very being is as beautiful as the dancing flames. So look into the flames and see me there. See my dance of beauty. See my hands and smile beckoning you to me. See the magic in my eyes as I draw you closer, bringing you into me. Yes, yes. Good one here, okay? So moving into the flow of this right here, right? There's seduction, a charming person, charisma, and beauty, somebody who enjoys hosting social events, a social butterfly, the light shining from within, nurturing and desires, passions, bringing out the best in others, somebody who is desired by many, right? So look for the positive, right? I would say look for the positive. Um, the light shining from within definitely would fit in that one there for you. Um, the nurturing part of desires and passions, bringing out the best in others, right? I see that. Okay. Let's move on to the last one. It's the Seven of Swords. All right. The cunning of the shadows. Seven of Swords, the cunning of shadows. A thief I may be, but criminal I am not. Didn't you know that humankind has a debt of life owed to the man that stole fire from the gods? And that once upon a time, a spider was tricked into pouring wisdom all over the earth. And what of the soul that descended to the underworld and tricked her away through the gates of hell with sweet oat and honey cakes and 2 gold coins? Or the cunning of the serpent in the tree that gave us the fruit of knowledge? You would be wise to avoid such black and white thinking, honorable one. Deception is not always how it first appears. Are there not circumstances in which you would do the same? What would be your price? Everybody has their price. Stealth and deception, manipulation and politics, discarding honor and necessity, thievery and betrayal, acting in the shadows, being dishonest, exposing dishonesty in others, cunning and guile, using tricks to get answers. I'm only making that face because the world is not black and white. It's got many colors to it. It's not even gray. Well, it's grayish, but it's got many colors to it. I had to learn that lesson the hardest of all hard ways. So with healing and resolution, here's here's what gets here's what I get from this card. Okay, what I see is um, exposing dishonesty in others. Okay, if that makes any sense for you, not outwardly going, okay, you're one shady motherfucker and a bitch. More like doing it from the not sneaky, but where was that one? Cunning and guile. Yes? Using the mind, using knowledge. And then you tie in all the other rest of it where it's all positive, let things go, let it pass, that sort of thing. I think what the overall take is, if it's not a bother of any kind to you, it's not going to harm you in any way in particular or anyone else in particular, right? Then you let it slide, you let it go. If it's something of a social nature and it's going to cause you harm, mentally, physically, spiritually, or someone else physically, mentally, or spiritually, and it can cost them their health. It can cause them harm bodily, so forth and so on. It goes back to that old saying: if you see something, say something. Right? Right. If you don't report something, it doesn't get reported. If it affects you in some way, you have to say something about it. You have to stand up for yourself and take care of that situation right there and then in the best way you can possibly. Now, in some situations, it can be very tricky because you don't really know what form the reporting should be in, right? Because in work situations, for example, you can go to an HR person and tell them, "Hey, so and so is being a complete dick or a bitch," right? But you're not sure if the HR person is going to actually hear you and understand what your complaint is. So there's that. In daily life, there could be a dick or a bitch or both that's harassing you and bullying you, so forth and so on. And you don't know exactly where the right proper place is to lodge that complaint. And God knows I understand that from personal experience as well. So, you're left with, what do I do now? And so you have to try to figure out the balance of that situation. And that becomes a whole production of itself. So, and I do tell you this again from experience, for healing and resolution of any of that situation, the the only best thing to do is to stand up for yourself. But if it's something that isn't of an imminent threat to you directly, for your health, for your body, for your soul, for your mind, let it go. Let the resolution of that fact move on so that your health is intact, and be positive. But if it is an imminent threat directly to you, mentally, physically, so forth and so on, and it is affecting your health and making you sick, making you feel worse than you are, stand up for yourself, do something about it, be represented. Don't get, don't let it keep percolating, because that's not good for you. And that, I most definitely can tell you from experience, is not a not a good place to be. Uh, uh, it uh, it gets bad, but it can get better. So, hoping that somewhere in that weird mix of stuff, you got something out of it. And since I'm sort of back in the mix of everything, um, you probably should know that I, we, or whatever, got your back. Yay, us. Well, I appreciate you always. Hugs to you too. I hate to really cut this short, my dearest, but I've got to go get ready to go see my counselor lady person who is very good. She's really, really good. You would like her, Jessica. She's an older hippie lady type. Her name is Teresa, and she does not let me get away with squat. Yep, but I will see you around.